Mwebaza Foundation was started in 2008 after students at Niwot Elementary School became pen pals with students at Mwebaza Infant Primary School in Changera, Uganda. As the friendships grew, each community recognized that they could contribute to each other's lives in profound ways. The Ugandan community could broaden our perspectives and understanding of the world and its diverse cultures, while we could assist them in gaining access to healthier, safer learning conditions. Together, students and parents from both communities worked to build a new schoolhouse, and in doing so, laid the groundwork for the meaningful partnership we have to this day. What started as a cultural exchange between children grew into a nonprofit that has welcomed 3 more partner schools in both Colorado and Uganda, respectively. The foundation continues to work towards building improved educational opportunities in both countries, enriching the lives of students, their families, and their communities. Partner schools use funds generated by Mwebaza Foundation's Colorado communities to construct classrooms, drill wells, build composting toilets, and provide scholarships for students in need. In Colorado, students are learning about leadership, community service, and how challenges such as climate change and water scarcity are faced in different cultures. In Uganda, school is not free. Some children are unable to attend school regularly because of the lack of funds. Over the past year, our staff and community members on both sides of the Atlantic have been collaborating to develop micro-industries at each Ugandan school. Once up and running, these micro-industries would contribute to and possibly completely cover the school's operating expenses, including teachers' salaries, lunch programs, school uniforms, and routine maintenance. Our northern partner school in Gulu, Parents Junior School, is very motivated to develop and implement a micro-industry. This region's tumultuous past encouraged locals to cultivate a cooperative mindset, working together in pursuit of collective goals. For nearly 2 decades, the Lord's Resistance Army, led by Joseph Kony, terrorized northern Uganda, kidnapping an estimated 60,000 children and forcing them into military service or marriage to militia leaders. During this violent time, parents in Gulu would gather their children under an open-air structure and stand guard while they slept. When the war ended, these same individuals recognized the need for education and banded together to incorporate a school, aptly naming it Parents Junior School. They started by holding classes under the former nighttime shelter while they constructed a brick schoolhouse. Rebuilding after the Civil War required a strong sense of community, collaboration, and the commitment to educating and nurturing Gulu's children. At Parents Junior, these values shape and guide the way community members work with and care for each other. PJS is the most recent addition to Mwebaza's partner schools, joining our foundation in 2014. Their Colorado sister school, Coronado Hills, has helped raise money for a variety of structural improvements, including renovations to the existing brick building, construction of a 2-room schoolhouse addition, installation of Envirolu composting toilets, and a well for fresh, safe drinking water. Now that the school's basic needs are met, it's time that we, collectively, look to a financially self-sufficient future. COVID-19 is wreaking havoc on Uganda's economy, and the communities in Gulu are not exempt. Recognizing the need for financial independence and food security now more than ever, the community members and board of directors at Parents Junior School created a business plan for an enhanced agriculture micro-industry.
As a nonprofit, we must understand the impact we have in the communities with which we work. It's critical we don't create a system of dependency, but rather work to promote self-sufficiency. Time and time again, we've seen our partners in Uganda prove that they're the real experts. They have the skills and knowledge to uplift themselves and their communities. And as a partner, we're in a unique position to help them start. PJS is in a very remote area surrounded by families who are subsistence farmers on the large plots of land they own. Each community member has agreed to donate 2 acres of land to the school for this project.
You know, our community has that background of agriculture. We depend on farming or agriculture entirely for our livelihood. The only unfortunate bit is that we practice very low level of agriculture. I would describe it as being subsistence level, with its obvious limitations. Majority of us here depend on hand the manual labor for clearing land, for digging, planting, and this does not match up with time. Sometimes we plant late because of that. The ox plow practices is not very new in this part of Acholi land. We need from each member 1 or 2 acres because we have about 40 members. That means after plowing, after clearing our field, planting, the animal or the ox plow will be idle. So at that time now, they can use the ox plow to maybe clear up their other piece of land.
The school will oversee the usage and care of the oxen and plows while allowing each community member to use them to till their entire plot. After harvesting, the crops from the 2 acres of donated land will be given to the school to sell in the market.
In addition to the purchase of oxen and plows, PJS will also construct a grain mill on its campus and open it up to local residents. Currently, women within the community are walking 7 to 10 kilometers to mill their grain. With this addition, they no longer have to travel such long distances and can efficiently process and sell grain. The school will also mill its own grain to sell to various markets, including other schools for lunch programs.
Our projection is that the income generated will be enough to pay teacher salaries, operate a lunch program, and cover all other school expenses, which will eliminate the need for school tuition entirely.
This community that mainly surround the school, they want the school to be there. They want the school to grow.
Your participation in this event helps Mwebaza's Ugandan partners solidify their access to food, education, and employment. We are glad you're here with us and a part of our community. Thank you for all that you do for the children we know and love here in Colorado and Uganda.